everyone, it's Michelle Caruana from Play Cafe Academy, and even though it's not even Halloween yet, I know I still have my Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas mug out, but even though it's not even Halloween yet, I want to start talking about holiday. And I know some people are probably going to be upset with me because it's so early, but as brick and mortar business owners, we really need to start thinking about this stuff well ahead of time because a lot of the strategies that I'm going to go through today do require time and planning. So now is the perfect time to get started if you haven't already. Now, in the brick and mortar business world, and specifically in the indoor playground world, as I was going through our numbers over the last 5-6 years, November and December, like right around those holiday times, were always the biggest months by far for our business. And a lot of that was around gifting and ways we very strategically packaged our gifts and what we sold and how we sold it. And that's what I'm going to talk about today because I want you to make sure that you are really maximizing your profitability, especially this time of year, because it has been a doozy of a year. And I know that all businesses are probably looking for a cash injection. They're looking for a slew of new customers. So I'm going to give you my 7 tips on how to get ready for the holiday shopping season in this video today, because it's 2020. Holiday shopping is going to look a lot different this year. At least it should. I know in my community, I have particularly seen people more eager to support small local businesses than ever before because they know how tough the COVID-19 crisis was on all of us. They want to show their support. They don't want to see any more of their local businesses close. So I really want to help you take advantage and really maximize your profits this holiday season. But before I get into the tips, I just want to remind you really quickly, if you enjoy this video, if you find it useful, subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every single week. And I am going to mention some additional resources about some of these topics because I'm going to give a brief overview today. But if you want to dive deeper on any of these topics, I am going to link to some additional resources in the description of this video. All right, so the first tip that I'm going to give is to try bundle offers in your business. Now, I have an entire podcast episode on this, so I'm going to link to that in the description of this video, but I'm going to give you the overview right now. So basically, when business owners a lot of times think of a sale or a promotion, they automatically jump to discounting their products or services. So for example, for Small Business Saturday or Black Friday, they might offer a 20% site discount or something like that, or they might do 25% off a birthday party package. And not only have I found that that does not typically result in a huge influx of revenue, it also trains customers to wait around for the times of the years that they expect us to have a sale in order to actually make a purchase. So in the long run, it actually ends up decreasing your total revenue by offering these discounts regularly. So instead, what we did and what I recommend people in Play Cafe Academy do is to try bundle offers. So basically, I pull from a bunch of different areas of our business and I package everything together in a way that there is a very high perceived value, but a very low cost to us. So if I were to take every single component of the bundle offer and sell it separately and then add all those prices up, it would be around $300 or $400, yet we generally sell these bundles for around $97. So some examples of things that I could include are a 10-pack of play passes, which for us was around $70 sold separately. I could include a sensory bin, so that way the parents are getting the pack of play passes and the child is also having a benefit, something to open up, something to enjoy right away instead of having to wait. I would do event passes. So for us, our events were around $30 each, yet the cost of us for each attendee was very, very low. So that's another $30 of perceived value. We would very regularly give snack passes. So a bundle of snacks. So you could use one per visit, let's say. And a lot of times if people had a snack pass, they would get one free snack. They would also buy a couple more, so we're still generating revenue. And then I would also do coffee 10 packs. So we would give people a 10 pack of coffee passes in like a punch card form. And for us, each cup of coffee costs us only a couple cents to produce, even including the cup and the lid and all that stuff, yet we sell them for $2. So that perceived value is $20 and it costs us probably $1 or $2 in order to actually produce that coffee. So you can pull all of these things in together. If you do retail, you can put a toy in there. If you have a coloring book or stickers, or if you do drop-off nights, you could throw a drop-off night in there. So not only is it kind of a way to give a sampler of your business, because a lot of times when people buy these bundle offers, they engage in some of your products or services that they might not engage in otherwise. So people will buy a bundle offer with a drop-off date night in it, and they'll try it out and they'll come to love it. And then they'll be regular date night drop off customers just by purchasing this bundle. So the perceived value is a couple $100s. We sell it for $97. So we're actually able to charge more than even the cost of our normal 10-pack would be, because that was generally our most purchased item around the holidays, was a 10-pack of play passes. So we're actually able to increase the revenue, and we're increasing our cost by very little. And we're also, again, getting people to enjoy products and services that they otherwise wouldn't. So if you want all of the information on this, if you want to hear our sales from our bundle offer, exactly what we included, how we set up the landing page, because that is very, very important, how we did upsells and things like that, go to the podcast that I linked in the description of this video. I do a really deep dive with my husband, Chris, and we talk about exactly how we made this a success. So you can kind of reverse engineer it. All right, my second tip is to remember that kids like opening gifts. So a lot of times people will, again, just offer their normal play packs or memberships, and they'll forget that the child doesn't really perceive that as a gift because they have to wait. So what is a child going to do opening a little gift card? They're probably not going to be very excited. So I noticed in our first year in business that people would very frequently pair a book or a craft or some other gift with their membership or gift card that they purchased from us. So what we did is we kind of cut out the middleman, and we used Occasion at the time. Of course, now we use Alluvi, but at the time, thinking way back the first time we implemented this, all I did was simply, when somebody was checking out an Occasion with a gift card or a pack of play passes, all I would do is I would add a couple order bump options. So people could add a coloring book, they could add a pack of stickers, they could add a craft, they could add a sensory bin, they could add a toy, they could add a book. And I gave them all these different options, which is very easy to do. And so I would say about 85 to 90% of people did choose these order bumps. And of course, I never sell anything with less than 60% profit margin. So this really increased our bottom line and our profitability, just giving people the ease of buying everything all in one place and giving them something that the child can actually open and enjoy instantly, because that's what kids want. They want instant gratification. And then also the pack of play passes or the membership that their parent is going to really appreciate, because they know that it means fun all year long. So remember that kids like opening, get branded packaging. This was very effective for us. We used bright green envelopes. We made it fun. We used our brand colors so that we had increased brand recognition. And a lot of times we did this actually all year round. So when everyone's sitting around the Christmas tree or everyone's at a birthday party opening gifts, a lot of people will automatically look at our gift bag or our wrapping and say, oh, that's from Climbing Vines, I know that. And that just, again, adds to our value and our brand recognition. So I would highly recommend doing that. And even if nobody chooses an order bump, I would still recommend throwing like an inexpensive sticker pack or a little coloring book. You can buy them. You can buy hundreds of mini coloring books in bulk from Amazon, very inexpensively. Just throwing something in there to surprise and delight your customers and give the kids something to enjoy, even if their gift giver doesn't choose the order bump. And again, those can be very, very inexpensive. All right, my third tip is to make it as easy as possible to gift. So a lot of times people will have people call or come in order to gift, but because of the COVID-19 crisis and just because of convenience and ease of use, please make sure that your guests are able to purchase their gifts online and have it shipped to them. If somebody has to work too hard to purchase from you, they're going to go to one of your competitors. I guarantee you that. So if you haven't set up e-commerce on your website, or if you still have the call or email to purchase, this is the time to really prioritize this e-commerce function on your website, allow people to purchase gifts and check out and have them shipped to them, because there are so many people who live out of town that want to send gifts locally and they're just not able to purchase locally. So if you've been putting off adding this functionality to your website or sprucing it up, then I highly recommend taking the next couple weeks to get it fully functional and up and running. All right, number 4, blog about gift options. And I absolutely love this because you can really brag about the benefits of your products and services. So if you're a more educational based facility, you can write about how kids can benefit from your educational toys and the socialization. I know that parents everywhere are worried about children's learning this year because a lot of us are homeschooling, a lot of us are doing distance learning. So talking about the benefits that your facility or your toys or your sensory bins have is going to really up your sales, and it's going to give you a search engine optimization boost, and it's going to make it easy for people to share. So let's say I, as a parent, see a blog article from an indoor playground that says, we're doing this new class, consider purchasing a membership, this will be included. But I feel kind of icky sharing like a sales page or just a checkout page with my parents. But I know that they're looking to provide something that's educational and something that's enriching to my kids this year. So I might, kind of just share the blog article and say, oh, I saw this, it looks interesting. And of course, there's going to be links to purchase in that blog article. So it's not as forward as sending like a sales page or a checkout page, but it is kind of not only explaining the value, but also explaining what's offered and showing some pictures of the business, just creating that warm and fuzzy feeling. And that's really going to help make it easier for people to share what they want this year. And also it's going to make grandparents and caregivers who maybe don't have children in our desired age range, it's going to help them understand what an indoor playground is, because it's a fairly new trend. It's going to help them understand how these classes or how this product or how this membership is going to help benefit them. So blog about it. Again, focus on value, talk about all of the benefits that your services have, and you can promote these, you can share these, you can email these out, but I would blog every single week about your gift offerings. All right, the next tip I have is to focus on your retail sales. And if this is another weakness in your business and you haven't looked at wholesale toy manufacturers, like for example, Melissa and Doug, I know a lot of times will do net 30 or net 60 payments. So you don't have to pay upfront for your first shipment. You can have 30 or 60 days to pay. So that gives you some time to actually sell the product, generate revenue, and then pay your invoice. So a lot of times before COVID-19, we would have to pay these huge invoices up front, and that was a big deterrent for small businesses like mine to purchase big toy orders. So these net 30 or net 60 agreements that a lot of people are doing more after the COVID-19 crisis, they get a lot easier, more now than ever, to get into the retail game. But you don't just have to sell wholesale toys or books. You can also make sensory bins, which I've talked about before. You can put craft packs together. You can do busy bags. And if you're wondering what craft packs or busy bags are, I'm actually going to put a YouTube video out next week on our most popular busy bags, how we put them together, how we sold them, all that good stuff. And you can also do, again, you can package any of your gift cards or packages of play passes with retail items. You don't have to rely on retail sales alone. But I know a ton of indoor playgrounds, for example, I know the Happy Lark does a really great job with this. They actually focus on retail sales around the world. So not only are they better serving their local clients because they're able to provide them with retail toys that are very high quality, very highly curated, they're also able to expand their reach and increase their profitability because they're actually selling all over the nation and all over the world with their toys. So that's a really good way to kind of break out of your local area. All right, my sixth and second last tip is don't forget the parents and grandparents. So a lot of times when indoor playgrounds are putting together their holiday promotions, they're only focusing on the kids. And I know a lot of us, we have gourmet coffee options, we have really delicious bakery options. A lot of times grandparents want to give something to the parents that the kids can also enjoy. So you have coffee mugs that people can purchase for parents. Buy date nights for parents. Make sure you focus on the benefit that the parents and grandparents can get, not just the benefit of the kids. I know a lot of times as well, parents will get coffee cards or mugs or something like that for nannies, for grandparents that watch the kids. So if they're frequently going to climbing vines anyways, I know a lot of parents who are working all day, they'll buy the nanny a gift card that they can use for coffee so that when they take their kids, they can actually enjoy a nice cup of coffee because they might otherwise not want to buy one or not be able to afford one. So make sure you list and blog about gift options, not only for the kids, but also for nannies, grandparents, caregivers, parents. All of them can benefit from your products and services. Give gift options for everyone on somebody's list. All right, my last tip is to really put memberships at the forefront. So the good thing about memberships is even if you sign a 12-month contract, you're able to pay monthly generally. Now, a lot of indoor playgrounds will do like a yearly price for a little bit of a discount. But even if somebody doesn't have all of the money to spend on an upfront yearly membership, having the option to purchase a membership that they can pay off month after month after month is a huge value for people like grandparents who might not have a ton of disposable income all the time, but it still gives them an option to give their grandkids or give their nieces and nephews or anyone on their list a whole year's worth of play, but not have to spend that huge price tag up front. And if people already have memberships, again, make sure you communicate what other options you have, how they can further enhance every single visit to your facility. Because if they already have a membership, then they're probably in there a lot. So again, focus on the swag because they're probably going to be loyal supporters of your business. Focus on the coffee cards, focus on events, date nights, anything, any way that they can continue supporting your business. Because again, if they're a member, they're probably going to want to support your business and they're going to want to enhance their visit that they're there. So again, snack gift cards, cafe gift cards, all that stuff is really going to appeal to your members. All right, so those are my 7 quick tips about how to get ready for the holiday season. Now, I did, again, put a bunch of deep dive resources if you want to get more information on any of these categories. But if you have any questions whatsoever, or if you want to throw some tips out there, please feel free to comment on this video. I respond to all of them. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about busy bags, what they are, how you can actually hand make them for really inexpensively, and how you can use them to increase your sales this holiday season. All right, see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it.